Hi, everybody. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
John.
Hi. Becca?
Says she's connecting.
Okay.
Well, I've been out without my phone, and that means I did not send out a reminder. Nor did I send out text messages because I was without a phone. So I did send that email out last, what was it, Thursday or Friday, letting people know about this meeting and the tomorrow's meeting, the public hearing with the select board. But I haven't been able to do my usual mother hen.
Are you by yourself, Nance?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Hi, Nance.
Hey, John, I saw you uptown today.
Oh, you did? Were you a tooting horn?
I did not toot my horn, no.
Every once in a while, somebody does that, and I got no idea who's driving or what you're driving, so.
Yeah.
It's nice being able to walk to the marketplace.
Oops. Jasmine Lou from the Provincetown Independent is connecting. I realize I forgot to get back in touch with her today.
Becca?
Yes.
John Real, can I have 30 seconds or so at the end of the meeting? I just want to raise an issue that I think NRAB and SAB need to discuss together.
Okay.
Thank you.
So is a quorum of the Shellfish Advisory now 3?
No, it's still 4. As far
It
as
is?
Somebody else, who else dropped out? Well, it doesn't matter, right? Isn't it still based on the total number
So-
of active members? Is that right? Or is it the total number we're allowed to have?
No, I think it has to be active. So Becca, Tom, John, Zach, and Damien. So that's 5 people. So I think 3 would be a quorum. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I think you are.
Okay.
I thought it was I thought we had to have 4 was the number that we were told.
Yeah, that's the
And that-
number we've been working with.
And that was number
Okay.
based on 7 slots and two alternates, I believe. Anyways, I got confirmation from both
Oh,
Zach and Damien that they're going to be here.
well, that's great. And Becca just texted them too,
Yep, I just did a quick text.
to all of you guys. That's awesome.
I just heard my thing go off, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna duck out in like 8.5 minutes to get pizza out of the oven for the kids. I'll be right back. Just gonna run to the other room.
Yeah, don't burn it.
Yeah. So Nancy, did you get a new phone or are you still without phone?
No, I'm with the phone. My sister had an old Samsung, so that helped.
The
Because I
town
couldn't
doesn't
find a
provide
phone.
you with a phone?
I'd have to give up my phone number and people
Oh.
have,
No.
I've been, think about just the Oyster Fest alone has been
Mhm.
21 years and all
Yeah,
those
no.
shellfishmen that have my number, it just wouldn't be worth it.
Nope.
But it's to, I had to wait for, I got it on Saturday, so I had to wait for IT this morning to be able to help me to sync my Outlook. And I have so many contacts and so much stuff that it's still not finished.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is anybody here using any of the new iPhones, 11, 12, or whatever number they're up to now?
No.
No, I think I got a 10. 10 or
Yeah,
11.
back at like an 8, maybe.
I got a 6, so I'm way 6. I'm a 6S now.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm way, but I like it. It's big, but something, it doesn't really matter how big it is because it's still just a little screen.
Mhm.
And it's got a cracked glass, and I'm just thinking, I've had the thing since way long ago, probably before the turn of the century.
Mm.
Jasmine, I totally forgot to call you today. I saw your email when I first got to work and then I'm on by myself today, so I apologize.
You're so good. It seems like a really busy time for you all.
I don't think it's ever not busy.
Maybe around
But,
December,
is
January.
your deadline tomorrow?
What did you say?
Is your deadline today or tomorrow?
I don't know. It depends. I think traditionally it's supposed to be the night before, but I mean, they don't really wake up till like what, 8 a.m. So I think tomorrow would work.
Okay. I'll be here at the office, hopefully around 7.
Cool. Yeah. If
Tomorrow
I
morning.
wake up early enough, I'll try to give you a ring.
Okay.
Is your phone still kind of out of commission after that?
No, you can call my cell. It's
Cool.
just populating with, it's just syncing to my Outlook right now, but it's good. I have it.
Are we allowed to have informal discussion?
Well, I gotta tell you, we do have a quorum, and I think we should probably just start. I mean, look, when they come in late, that's all.
Well,
I mean, it's gotta be 5 after 6 by now, right?
6:05.
well, it's that there's 3 of us and
Yeah, all right, you're right.
well, can John Ryle talk to us as a group of 3? We're not voting on anything. Can we?
Yeah, I'll tell you what my issue is.
Okay.
Very quickly. The charter of the Natural Resource Advisory Board says that we should have a continuous review and updating of the Shellfish Management Plan and the Harbor Management Plan,
Mhm.
which is a bit strange because it seems to imply that somehow we rank higher than the Shellfish Advisory Board. This is back from 1987.
Mhm.
So I'm talking with the Board of Selectmen tomorrow and proposing that language be changed, but I don't know what it should be changed into. And I think very strongly that a Shellfish Advisory Plan is useful. I remember 15 years ago nearly now, I used the language in our charter to encourage Barbara Austin to get a shellfish plan done, and it was a good plan.
Mhm.
So all I'm asking is that we put this on a future agenda and have a joint meeting between the 2 committees to see
Okay.
where we should go and how we should go about it.
Okay, we can do that. I really like that it specifically says that you guys should be paying attention to what the other committees are talking about when you make decisions. So I think that's a good thing, but yeah, we can certainly put that on the agenda.
It's important because we don't live in little smokestacks. We live in
Exactly.
a broad harbor.
All right, my oven's beeping. I'll be right back.
All right, John, we'll put that on the next meeting. And you'll have an update from the select board, right?
Well, I'm going to raise the same question with them. Ask them to think about it and react also.
Okay. All right.
Tom, are we gonna be shooting for a meeting sometime in like mid to late October?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, because we gotta get on this, I don't know if you're part of the meeting, but when the select board discussed the, how do we utilize the HDY LTA parcel?
Right,
They asked this Shellfish Advisory Board to handle that with a good group of individuals, all the individuals that have a say in the harbor. So for example, I'll ask John to participate. I'll ask Barbara from the Conservation Commission, Joe Aberdale from the Marine Advisory. Nancy, of course, is going to participate. Will, the harbor master. Ann Sterling, I think, Nancy, was she president of the Field Point landowners, upland owners?
That's correct.
Denny O'Connell, who's part of the Conservation Trust. I asked Sonia Woodman to participate both as a wild shell fisherman and the one, she's got she's the chair of the access committee to the water.
She's on the.
John's on that too.
John's on that too? All right.
Yeah.
We have to 12:31 to get them the select board a response, so. That should be-
one of the reasons that I asked is where at some point, the last meeting that got canceled, the Curly report follow-up was on the agenda. And I know that, I shouldn't say I know, I believe the Natural Resources Advisory Board came up with some language that's gonna go in the town warrant now that's official. Maybe John can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think
That's
it
on
was
the agenda tomorrow night also.
to finalize that.
Yep.
Okay, good. So we could probably at the next Shellfish Advisory Board meeting, hopefully have a final version of what we're gonna put on the town warrant. And whether we can support it or not, that's just a very simple thing that it's just gonna be a harbor-wide study. I think it's the idea being is let's get this thing moving now so that we can get it started, so that we can get it started. And there was another reason why I had this on the ticket to be done before December, and I just can't remember what it was. It was it's something to do with the town and the way things go. Anyways, my preference would be to get this thing rolling now.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, we'll put it, we had it on the agenda of the
And I
meeting to be
thought-
postponed.
I thought John Dwayne or John Reel, I thought had forwarded around the new proposals, right?
That's not,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a draft.
Okay,
If the select
but
board,
recently, right?
Yeah, about
Like
a couple of weeks or two ago, a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago, yeah.
if the select board approve it, then we'll be around at your next meeting for that too. Because we want your support.
And then just as an FYI, Ryan Curley is gonna hold a public hearing at the at the select board meeting on the 12th of October regarding grant boundary markers and some of the issues that are happening around the harbor. So if anybody, just spread the word. If anybody's having issues with their boundaries, they should tune in to that public hearing. It's just going to be a time to talk about things, and not sure, what the outcome will be, but that should be advertised this week.
Didn't we discuss that at our last meeting, the fact that when somebody's got a boundary dispute with their neighbor, that it's basically at that time that you would do something like you'd have to pay to have the thing surveyed and get it squared away?
Yep.
All right.
Anybody trying to get in?
No. Oh, Damien says yes, and, oh wait, unable to join Zoom. I'll try and tell him.
You can also just dial him if he wants.
I don't see, but hopefully I just said him how to do it. Oh, good for you, Becca.
I'm ringing all over the place. There we go. So do we have any idea how many sunfish have beached themselves this year?
No, but I haven't seen as many as usual.
There was a huge one up under Uncle Tim's Bridge. Been watching
Yeah,
all
that
the
was
little-
probably the one that was at the boat ramp the other day.
It's been up
Was
there
it
for at
pretty
least a week.
decayed?
Huh?
Is it
Yeah.
pretty decayed?
Yeah.
I'm sure that was one that was on the boat ramp on Friday.
Been watching the minnows eating it.
Oh, see, food for lots of
Yeah.
creatures.
They've done a good job. There's not much left. And what are the fish that are schooling all over the harbor?
Pogies is what
Are
I'm
they?
told.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been awfully thick. You can see their little fins going by.
I know it. Isn't that so cool?
Crazy.
Yeah. So when you were off, I just said that Ryan Curley is going to have a select board hearing on October 12th. It's a Tuesday evening, 7 o'clock, to talk about boundary markers and grants if people have issues with where their grants are, or where the points, that the town has. That would be a hearing to tune into, Becca.
On October 12th.
Yes. Oh, it says it's not letting him in, so he's going to try calling.
Those meetings at 6 or 7 now?
They're still at 7 for now. I haven't heard them change it yet. It's usually daylight savings time is at 7, and then when we change back, they go to 6.
Okay.
So the minutes looked good.
Thanks. That was a short meeting, if I remember correctly. This one will be even shorter.
Yeah.
Oops, here he is. Admit.
All right, Amy.
Hello.
I think it's *6 to unmute Damien. Oh, there he is.
Yeah,
Is that
you guys got me?
We got you.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that. I was
Sure.
trying to remember and forgot at the last second and then couldn't log in.
Thank you for making it. We are going to be very quick. And clearly we don't have a quorum without Damien, so he will be voting tonight. All right. I have children in the background. Okay, so Tom, do you want to start with getting the
Yeah,
minute?
go ahead. Take care of the pizza kids. All right, everybody, let's take a look at the, first thing on the agenda is review and approve the minutes of July. I think I sent them all to you. John, thanks for the July 15th meeting. Has everybody taken a look at those?
Yes.
Somebody want to make a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as printed.
Anybody second? If not, I'll second. All right, John made motion to approve the minutes of July 15th, Tom second. Oh, we need Becca to vote.
Here comes Zach.
Is this Zach coming in? Perfect.
Yep.
All right, Becca, John made a motion to approve the minutes as written. I second.
All right, all in favor?
All in favor?
Aye. Tom is an
Aye.
aye. Damien's an aye.
Yes. Yes.
John is an aye. And Zach.
Hi, sorry.
Right, hello.
I'm here.
Great. You got everybody.
Yes.
Nice job.
All right, 5-0.
Okay, so we are here to hear from Nancy about the dredging situation and the oysters. So we're ready.
Okay,
Hey,
so.
Becca,
so-
Nancy, before we start,
Yeah.
I guess it's Zach, or I don't know who's outside, but I really can't hear with the wind blowing through the microphone. Could maybe somebody just mute until I ready to speak?
There you go.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I can't.
Thanks a
You.
lot. Thanks. Go ahead. Sorry.
So you saw from the email that I sent, but the harbor is starting to get dredged this Friday. And Johnny and I took a walk out there a couple of weeks ago, once kind of all that sea lettuce had cleared up. And it turns out that it's just a phenomenal oyster bar out on the outer bar of Chipman's Cove. And when I say that, it's the one that kind of runs parallel to the marina, starting down like towards Sandpiper Hill and going parallel to the marina. It's really in between the two red channel markers. And so it goes almost down, not quite as far up as the boat ramp, but maybe let's say near the osprey nest. And then it curves around and goes perpendicular to the marina. And we had an AmeriCorps day 2 Fridays ago and just moved a barge full. I mean, it could have been 300 bushels of oysters. And we're just literally picking oysters up by hand, putting in a bushel, dumping them on the barge, and then Johnny's bringing them inshore and we're dumping them inshore in what we hope will be out of harm's way. And then we did 4 more days last week. And on Friday, we had 10 recreational shellfishermen helping us. So again, it was like a large amount of oysters were moved. When you look out there, even though we've spent 5 days doing it, it's a drop in the bucket. And the tides this week are horrible. So we wondered about, at this point, why don't we open it basically to commercial shellfishermen only? And we would do it on the outer bar. Like the whole reason to do it is so that we are getting that product out of harm's way. So obviously a shellfishman is going to be culling through and leaving seed, but at least it's something. And we're not sacrificing. And you know, it's hard to know what's going to happen. Last year there was a foot of silt on the outer bar. And then this year it looks great. So it could be, you know, that in the end of the day, what's going to survive is going to survive, but we just don't really know. And so we feel responsible to try something. And I think, you know, what we'll ask the select board is for perhaps the discretion to open it. We're not going to be able to see that bar this week because the tides, but to open just that outer bar area. And my other little caveat would be the, you know, the dozen or so 15 recreational shellfishermen that helped us multiple days, and some one day, but long hours and a lot of lifting and moving, that we would let them each go in and get a bucket, you know, a 10-quart basket of oysters as a thank you for their commitment to the fishery. But we don't think we should open it up for recreational, because they're on October 1st, they're going to get all of South Wellfleet. And this is something where there's so much product, we really need bushels coming out a day, not a 10-quart basket a week. This would be more of a thank you for those folks who chipped in and helped out.
That
And
all
when do you want
sounds-
to open it, Nancy?
It would not be the whole cove, like I
No, what's the time frame to open?
you know, if they have their anytime this week, they won't be able to get out there this week, but you know, what's today's the 27th, so the 29th.
And you'll leave it open all the way through the month if you could?
Yeah. I mean,
Just-
again, maybe we would ask the select board for some discretion. If we see like it's getting picked over, then we'll know. You know, again,
Okay.
this is stuff that's going to get picked and go directly to market. It's just, you know, it's got to get out of there and go to market directly. You know, but I don't know, you know, how that will translate with the markets at this time of year. But right now, what we're trying to do is, you know, just a biological responsibility.
Just so I know, we're talking about, how do you get there? I mean, you get in there for walking across Chipman's Cove and you just keep going?
Yes, if you come out at Old Peel Road, you go off to the right. You could, some people, but it's going to be hard this year, could take a canoe. Like when we had the finger piers in the back, people would take a canoe and then canoe over there and dock. And that way they could kind of work later after Chipman's, because it's a little higher. But that's not, I don't really believe that's going to be possible, at least from the marina, because you're going to have, you know, the dredging equipment there. But I don't know if that could happen.
So it runs parallel, mostly parallel to the pier. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, along the
Yeah.
marina. Yeah, the tar marina, not the L pier.
I think I can picture it. I just don't, you know, I don't really see that low tide all the time lately, so.
Yeah, if you drove up and like, you know, pulled to the right of the boat ramp and those like viewing area parking spots, you would see it. It's kind of directly across.
Right in front of you there, okay.
Yeah. And if anybody has like some concerns, you know, we've tried to think this through, but I really would appreciate hearing from you guys if you have concerns with this plan or
When does
with the
Vibrio
proposal.
season end?
October 19th.
Okay.
Yep, so people will be trudging through water to get there before it exposes, or, you know, it's an easy place to get exposure times because you can see it right from the pier.
Is there any way to guess how this is going to impact markets, seeing as how there's no oyster fest and everybody's got oysters coming out anyway? I would assume. No. Okay.
No. I mean, it's really not our job to think about markets. As the shellfish department, our job is to think about the health of the resource.
Mhm.
Well, I don't know why I'm thinking about tuna, but sometimes when there's a glut in the tuna market, the best thing to do is to leave the tuna swimming in the ocean.
Mhm.
And, therefore, there's gonna be less of a supply. And I don't know, it's worth thinking about. What's gonna happen to them if we don't pick them? You think they're just gonna get scooped up in the dredge and they're gonna be thrown out type of thing or wasted?
No, they're not in the channel, but what we're worried about is it's an exceptional year out there for 3-inch product, and I don't want to lose it. I don't want it to die, basically, because of the silt, the silting that will happen. I also went to the dredging meeting on with the AGM, I think it's called, and starts with a B. Now I'm just blanking on it, but the two companies that are going to be operating the dredges, and they're not using silt curtains. They don't have to. It's not required of them. They will do turbidity checking, I guess a few to every 3 hours. And then if they would need to, they would use a curtain, but they're not required to. And last year they did.
So it's going to be worse than last year with silt. We can assume.
I don't know enough to tell you. I'm just giving you the information that I have.
Okay.
I can't see any downside to it personally. I mean, I'm not a commercial shell fisherman, and so when it comes to the markets, I mean, you will know if it gets picked over. You'll be able to see that it's disappearing slowly but surely, and you want to stop it at some point, you can stop it, right?
Yeah, that's what I would like to ask the select board to do. And maybe that's what you say, if you make a motion to support this, maybe you talk about letting the Shellfish Department have some discretion as to opening and closing, frankly.
How much undersized product is out there?
A lot.
Would
Let me
it
see if I
make
could
more
screen share. Hold on. Let me see if I could screen. First, let me get it up. But it's pretty impressive. And we took a lot of pictures.
One of the other suggestions you'd had was to like hire a dragger to go in there, right?
Yep. Yep. So
More
that,
efficient?
which we can still do.
Yeah.
But when you bring a dragger in, it's going to take everything. And when we've been doing it like this, we've actually been leaving, and I'll show you,
Okay.
some oysters still on the bottom, so that you almost have like, a bar, a reef there to begin again. You have the shells there. And if you have a dredge come in, then, you will necessarily, you're gonna go right down to the bottom.
Mhm.
So let me look here. I have a lot of pictures, so just bear with me. I'm just trying to make the best use of time. Okay, so let's start right about here. Okay, let me do a screen share. Okay, can you see?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, so this is,
Crazy.
I think that might have been
Wow.
last Friday. Let me just see, which way am I going here? Here we go. Okay. So this is an area that we already have worked on in the foreground, and then that's where they are in the background. Again, foreground, background. This was actually, no, this was the first day, or this was Tuesday of last week. So here's the channel marker, there's the pier. They're going to be a little blurry while they're downloading. Bear with me. That's the annoying thing. Let's see. Technology. Oh, well. I wonder if I could do this.
I guess the question I would have,
Can you
Nance,
see these when I make them big like this? Could you see them a little bit?
Yeah,
Hold on.
well, I can.
Yes, sort of.
There we go. So I'm going to put this down for a second. Okay. So look at this picture. Look at that.
That is.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
How
So
do you wade your way through that?
you just walk on top of it.
A boot killer right there.
So down here, yeah, yeah. And so let me see if I can find something from the other day. So here, you can see, like, here's the barge in the back. Here's stuff that they didn't get to, and here's stuff that they did. And you see there's plenty of shell still in here.
Mhm.
So that's what would happen with the dragger. It would just get, it would just get cleaned and there would be no shell at all left. So let me see if I can find something from the other day. I feel like not all the pictures aren't in here. I don't know why, but so this is kind of what the operation looks like. Tom, you helped.
no, not this time. I helped before, but not this time.
Oh, okay.
I was out of town.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm going again out of town this week. So I think you.
Well, this
put
week, it doesn't
October
matter
1st.
this week. Yeah, because it's
I guess the question I would have, Nance, is do you pick everything up that looks good, that's even not marketable?
oh
Put
yeah,
it
we're just,
somewhere?
that's exactly what we're doing. We're just grabbing clumps. And I
Okay.
don't know why. I mean, I put everything in here. I don't know where it went. Did it go in here by accident? No. No, so I don't know. You can't explain computer stuff, but I uploaded them all. I don't know why they're here. They're not here. So, but so let me just see if I can just show another one that looks kind of. So here's like what the barge. So it's just every size. It's just huge clumps.
Wow. It's a lot of oysters.
Yeah. Here's what a clump looks like. Oh, here they are. They're starting to show up now. Here's what a clump looks like. So you see there's smalls in there, and then there's larger ones. There's Rebecca from Town Hall. This is the assistant town administrator, Becky. She's been out twice to help. This was last Friday. So let me see if I can find. So look at the difference between a little bit inshore and then the bar.
Wow.
So here's like, yeah, so I think down here somewhere is the, let's see.
Okay.
So here's the 2 channel markers. We've definitely cleared that area, but not much beyond. And it's basically this lower portion here. It's just, it's an incredible feat. But
Wow.
so that we did have a dragger. I think we had a dragger do a test tow. So that might be what that would look like. Just very different from what we're leaving on the bottom.
I'll make a motion to open this Chipman's Cove outer bar area, and then allow the Shellfish department to use their discretion of whether they keep it open or closed through the month.
Damien is stuck in the waiting room. If you want him,
Oh, he is?
yeah,
Wait a minute, hold on.
if we want him in for this vote.
Yeah. Let me stop screen sharing. Oh, here he is. Admit. Sorry about that, because I wasn't looking at the Zoom.
I can't think of anything negative about having it picked over by hand by the recreational folks that helped you out and by the commercial pickers. I don't see any downside at all to that.
Yeah, I would second Tom's motion to recommend approving the temporary opening of that portion of Shipman's Cove.
At the discretion of the Shellfish Department.
Yes,
So we're just gonna call it the outer bar, okay?
Okay.
You're writing this down, right, Tom? Because then
Yeah,
this one
right
needs
right now,
to be mailed
I
to the-
said, made motion to open the outer bar area. Okay, can I say that?
Yeah,
Outer bar area early and allow the Shellfish Department to use their discretion of whether to keep open or closed. Zach seconded
All right. All in
Uh,
favor?
the temporary opening, and now we vote, right?
Yes. So all in favor?
Any opposition?
Okay.
5-0?
Yep.
Great, thanks.
Damien, I didn't hear Damien.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right. So tomorrow night, if anybody wants to join in on the select board hearing, it'll be at 7 o'clock and, you know, I'll present the same thing to them. And Tom, if you could email the select board, it's bos@wellfleet-ma.gov.
Wait a
And
minute,
then
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Sorry.
BOS what?
At
BOS at,
wellfleet-ma.gov. And if you would CC me, then I can make sure, in case they don't see it on the day of the meeting, that I report for you, unless one of you would like to attend and report.
so what do you want me to
Help.
say? You just want me to say we approve the,
I would-
or the,
I would send the motion and say it passed 5-0.
okay. Got it.
All right.
All
All right.
Next meeting.
Do we want to try to, set a meeting time? Later this, let's see, this month is over. October? Or do we want to send an email around for that?
I think it's good when you guys are all here together, if you have your calendars at least.
I have a tied calendar here, so I'll leave it to you guys.
Well, what is it? The second week, there's a set of tides, so not that week. So first or third week, I'm gonna grab a calendar.
Well, the second, are you saying that the week of the 11th? Oh, she just left. Oh, let me call it up here.
Right.
And thank you very much for taking the time to look at this with me. Johnny has been really leading this show. It's his baby, but he doesn't work on Mondays or he would have been here regaling you. But thank you very much.
And thank him for his work on this. That's
Yeah, this is
no
great.
idea there were so many oysters in that section.
Yeah.
I was wrong. The tides are in the first week. So evening meeting or a daytime meeting?
Either works for me.
Anything works for me as long as the tide's high.
12th, 15th, 14th, I suppose. Any of those days?
What time of day?
Zach and Damien, is there a time of day that's better for you?
No, not really.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. Evening's better for me, but I'm flexible.
Well, we could try evening. You want to try like evening of the 12th?
That's the select board meeting.
Oh, sorry. I hate to say daytime on the 14th, but evening on the 14th?
Yes, for me.
Okay with me.
You wanna- Would it be awful to try like 6:30?
Perfect.
Is that
That's
better?
good.
Okay.
Which day was that again? Sorry.
Thursday, the 14th of October. At 6:30. Just double check the tides, but I think that's good.
And the future agenda items, we talked about our role in that HDY LTA parcel. We got to get that underway.
Yes.
Becca, I'll just send a note out to these individuals I mentioned earlier.
Mhm.
Nancy, Will, the
right,
Marine Advisory Board, John Rio. Let's just see
Yeah,
if
let's
they're
look at that
willing
list
to
again.
participate. All right, and maybe on the 14th meeting,
Mhm.
we kind of can set the stage on how we want to handle this. We got to 12/31 to get this thing done.
Yeah.
All right. The only other thing I would add on here is I got a note from Sonia about Lieutenant Island and the access road left of the bridge, Nance, and she's having a
Yep.
tough time with I guess the Audubon proposed to fix it, and the Conservation Commission came back and said no.
No,
So
the
she liked to
conservation
bring it.
did not say no.
Oh,
They did
okay.
not say no. They did not vote on it. And therefore it's continued, which means that Audubon can go back with another plan. So we're trying to have, I know that she's trying to get the two people from Audubon to a Rights of Public Access Committee meeting to brainstorm other ideas.
Okay.
And, it is a very valuable shellfish access point for commercial and recreational shell fishermen. And John has been really championing this, John Reel, going back and forth with Audubon, as have I since the meeting. Like, we're not giving up yet. We just have to come up with a different idea. So it might be something that Sonia wants to bring to you guys to
Yeah,
discuss.
she wants to bring it up. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I
And then
misunderstood.
I was gonna look at stuff from the last, the stuff from the shellfish department. Oh, man. Okay, so at that meeting on the 14th, basically, I will need you guys to vote on using $10,000 of our revolving fund for propagation for a Barnstable County COVID relief matching grant program again. So anyway, if the stuff that was in the Wellfleet Shellfish Department update from the last meeting on the 17th that we didn't have, it would be great if we could do it. There's 4 items: green crab studies, the SPAC collecting devices addition, the vote on the revolving fund. Actually, it's only 3.
Revolving fund, green crab, what was the third?
SPAC collecting devices, adding in
Oh,
tagging.
Okay.
It's online too, if you want to copy and paste
No,
it.
I got the old one.
Yeah,
Any
of
el-
course you do, because you made it.
The only other thing I'd like to request is that harbor study, the Curly report vote take place by what will be a final version by then from NRAB.
Yeah, I got that on there, John. Thanks.
Cool.
And then I got John Reel's item also.
Great.
The only thing I'd like to say is for the team here. I joined the SPAT board. So I'm going to
Congratulations.
be helping them out in my spare time.
Way to go, Tom.
All right, I'll make a motion to close the meeting.
I'm with you on that one. I'll second.
All righty. Let's
Good night.
see.
Thank you all for coming. See you in a couple weeks.
Sounds
All right,
good.
thanks, everyone.
See ya.
Good night.
Thank
Alright.
you.
Night.